Alright guys, I wanted to make a quick little announcement here. I promised my friend in Chicago that we would give an announcement about the Extravaganza event. This event is posted on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Facebook page, or the Yu-Gi-Oh! Site, but I don't know a lot of people know about this coming up. So if you guys want to meet Eric Stewart, the voice actor of Kaiba, Brock, hell, even Jesse from Pokemon, this is your chance to do it. It's also going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh! Extravaganza. That way, it's an official Yu-Gi-Oh! Event. There's going to be a regional flight as well, for those of you that want to try to go get your invite or try to go steal the gold. But if you're going to be in Wisconsin, you should definitely check out OhanaCon. It's actually coming up this next weekend, June 2nd through the 4th, and you'll actually get the chance to listen to Eric Stewart with his acoustic. So I think people would like this opportunity. I just wanted to shout this out. Oh no, a market watch not on Fridays? So this is going to be a pretty a simplified discussion on Brilliant Fusion. Now, there was another attempted buyout of this card actually a couple hours ago, probably in the AM of Saturday night, and I wanted to discuss this. Is this card going to hold its price? Is it going to go down? So guys, like this video, we're going to tend to try to keep market watches on Fridays as per usual, but sometimes, every once in a while, something kind of scrapes by that I want to discuss. And this is one of those scenarios. So, Brilliant Fusion. Going into, well, actually, we'll talk about current format. So, current format, before Grass gets its asshole bit off, players are focusing on the Protoplan engine. Being able to resolve Brilliant Fusion to go get, well, being able to go get Brilliant Fusion is insanely good. Brilliant Fusion has been one of those cards that kind of generates unparalleled advantage. In some ways, I've heard far cries for people wanting this card to get banned. Some people have even compared it to being as bad as Norden is in the game. And being able to mill off a Lazuli to add back normal monster from your deck to your hand, in combination to have those Lazulis proc off of Grass Looks Greener in the current format, it's no real secret that this card enables more spectacular plays than it really should in today's game. So leading up into the post-destruction of our good friend Grass, I think players, I'm not 100% sure on this, I've heard talk about people wanting to consider playing this in Zoo. God, this sounds so fucking bad, so I didn't want to bring this up. They're like, well, you can use it to enable a second summon, so you can do your thing, but then you're going to have to play more dead cards. You know, one of the things with Brilliant Fusion that makes it balanced, in my opinion, is the fact that you have to play so many bricky cards. You know, you're going to have to focus on a light monster that isn't going to fucking get you there in Zoo, and then you're going to have to play a bricky ass Gem Knight. You know, no one wants to have to main deck Garnet. No one wants to have to main deck Lazuli unless you're playing Hiroko. And let's be real, that idea doesn't seem all that spectacular. Now, you're not going to play it in True Draco, and unless there's some really weird variant going on out there, I feel that this is just pure anticipation for the next format. So, looking into the beautiful future, players are really looking to link format. You know, with card prices and card sales actually going down, this is a topic for another video, but prices and card sales, they're down right now. You know, it's summertime. You know, we just came out of Tier 0 format. We're also getting new game mechanics, and it's really weird correlating those two things together, because coming out of a Tier 0 format, prices would be lower, but new game mechanics are also forcing cards down. But because of these new mechanics, players are kind of afraid to buy cards at the moment. Brilliant Fusion is one of those cards, though, that it's not going to get a reprint anytime soon, unless there's something really weird out there. It is a card that is specific to an archetype, so it's not going to get a foreseeable reprint. So going into League format, this card gives you the ability to, for one card, beam out an extra deck monster. That extra deck monster then grants you an additional normal summon, which is pretty. And that one extra deck monster grants you the ability to get an additional normal summon, which speeds up the process of those fun little blue cards. You know, things like Decode Talker in the first week of existence are going to be aimed for very beautifully. So, honestly though, I think the main pitch of this is players want to make sure that they have access to something that has been continuously supported in the game. Having a card like this, its pure existence, grants every deck an additional normal summon just for one extra deck space, and the dedication of potential 2 bricky cards. You can argue that the off attribute that you have to include isn't super bricky, but it is what it is. Now, we've talked about Stargrails a little bit, but Brilliant Fusion actually allows you to, on activation, gain the additional summon for the tribute summon. And it's basically a combo extender, which is actually really cool. But once again, though, you have to play Brilliant Fusion in your Stargrail deck. Now, granted, Stargrails are a bit more of a combo deck, and a little bit more anticipated and things like that. But it gets the deck going, and it does what it does. You know, when your end goal is Firewall Dragon, well, everything is fucking good. So, it should be no surprise that this card has had its, I believe it's 3rd attempted buyout in the course of this card being out. You can argue that this card is as bad for the game as Norden is, with it being a generic staple, but the thing that this card forces you to do, that Norden does, is you have to include cards that are terrible in your main deck when you draw them. You know, as I said, Garnet, you know, when you draw an instant fusion with Norden, you're like, oh, well, you know, it's live, unless for some reason, you know, your Norden's already dead. But with the inclusion of the Predaplan engine and things like that, if you guys haven't seen Johnny Nguyen's deck profile, Asian Persuasion, you should check it out. He was talking about, you know, playing the Predaplan engine and being able to resolve it. I don't know if we're going to go into a time where players are going to be focusing on the Predaplan engine because of this card's pure existence. I hope not. I really don't want to fuck with a format where my opponent, you know, normal summons the Predaplant monster and says, if you have the Ghost Ash, you know, you win. You know, that's another thing with this card. You know, this card does interact with the deck, so Ash Blossom kind of blows this out of the water. And I don't know. At this point, Ash Blossom is going down in price, and this thing's still sitting at $10. So, what do you guys think? I think that if you are trying to pick up a set of these, I would recommend doing so. Honestly, I don't think that this card is going to go down. My friend actually messaged me and was the one telling me about this. He asked me, he's like, do you think that this card is going to stay at the $12 range? Honestly, I really do. As I said in this video, you know, with Stargrails coming up, there might be, and even some potential hidden gem coming into the next format that we might be missing. It's a safe investment. You know, players always ask, you know, like, what should we buy? Pick up a set of these before it's too late, honestly. You know, Stargrail hype. Woohoo. Get in there while you can. You know, I don't want to hear complaints later on in my videos like, we didn't buy Brilliant Fusions because they were too expensive. Yeah, $10 can be a lot for something that's going to sit around for a little while, but, you know, we have the Code of the Duel special edition that's announced, Solemn Strike Skullmeister. There's no Brilliant Fusion in there. Stargrails are quickly coming up, and if Zoo gets annihilated on the list, you have another reason right here to have these things laying around. That way you guys can Stargrail up. You gotta love good, fun tier 1.5 decks. I don't see anything wrong with it. So, those are my thoughts on Brilliant Fusion. Take it as you will, guys. The decision is honestly yours if you want to go down this rabbit hole. I know I have 2 sets for me and my friend played the game. Of course, they're foreign, so kind of love that. But if I missed anything, if you guys know what that hidden deck might be in this format, feel free to comment it down below. You know, I'm not always super well educated in the metagame until the metagame kind of happens. You know, it was a little bit more of a slow learner for Zoo, which is a little bit more unfortunate because I really fucking love that deck. But, you know, sometimes I miss things. So, guys, comment down below. Tell me what it might be, if I'm missing something. But, alright guys, we're out. Deuces. Buy some Brilliant Fusions. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.